Hello! Welcome, one and all, to... I forgot what we're doing. What is this? It's been so long. I am so old and feeble that I don't remember things. Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another stream by Atari, Grand Shaman of Atlantis. And first to address the title, because I see that there's people worried about it. Like, I don't know if splint is the actual word for this. It's more like a brace, I think. Like, what it's supposed to do, I'm putting it on right now because, like, I don't have to have it on all the time, but at the pharmacy they did tell me that maybe it would be a good idea to use it while I'm playing video games to make sure that I don't overstrain my Oh man. Oh, awesome. It's the Atari show featuring Atari. Okay, so okay, it's on. Wait a second. I think that wait. No, it's not on properly. It's not. Okay, so what I think. Okay, splint is for bone fracture, brace is for ligaments and muscles. Okay, there you go. Then this is a brace. This is a brace because my wrist is not broken. My wrist is not broken. Like, we don't know exactly what's wrong with it, but I think that it's more like I twisted it wrong and held it in a bad yeah, no. It's probably tendonitis, and after thinking a while, it started hurting, and I didn't know where it came from. I just thought, okay, maybe it's the weather. It's rainy. Maybe I'm getting old, and my articulations are starting to feel the weather changes a little differently. But then I realized that it wasn't going away. And I finally went to the pharmacy, and they went oh, okay, we can't diagnose you. We don't know what is wrong, but we can prescribe you. We can prescribe you a brace, so that your wrist is held steady. And yeah, they did ask how the heck did I do this? And after thinking a while, I was like, I don't think I had this before I played Sonic Crossworlds. Too much bow step vaulting, I bet. Yeah. Oh yeah, Chuck Norris. He went to make memes in the other side. Yeah. Are you like me and laugh when you accidentally hurt yourself? No, usually my reaction is more like it's more like a panicked shout, because I'm not expecting it, so it's like ah. Was Crossroads getting you that tilted that you were strangling the controller? I am not. Okay, this might be weird. This might be weird for people who have been playing video games, regularly since, like, the PlayStation 3 era. But one thing that I am still not used to is the shoulder buttons being used for like a lot of things. So what I think happened is that I gripped the controller wrong. Like instead of gripping it like you're supposed to, I was putting way too much force because it is the hand that taps the button that you used to drift in Sonic Racing Cross Worlds. And I did notice it getting worse whenever my brother asked me, "Oh, hey, let's play Sonic Racing Cross Worlds." Like every time while we were playing and after we played it, I realized that wait, this is doing something to my wrist. It's hurting. No, I wasn't using the Switch Pro. My brother was, which is why his wrists are in perfect condition. But yeah, and then at around the same time, you remember I was also playing Sonic Riders, and that one, I think that didn't help. I think that didn't help like at all. Actually, let me try gripping the controller. Oh dear. Oh no, this is going to be this is not going to be good. This is not going to be good. Okay, so I can reach the shoulder buttons. Just fine. But the action buttons, now that's gonna be a little bit tougher. Let me see if I can lighten the load here on my like make it so that my thumb is more flexible. Okay. Let me see. Okay, yeah, not counting on my this has bad idea written all over it. Yes, but we're still going to do it. Because I'm a madman. You make it sound like you're handcuffed. No, it's just no, I'm not handcuffed. I mean, the SNES had shoulder buttons, but it barely used them outside of fighting games, at least. Yeah, like I have no idea. What fighting games were for the SNES? Was Killer Instinct for the SNES? Like I feel genuinely done. Dumb. Oh my god. Atari is willing to do this for us, and I genuinely don't know if that's good or not. I mean, we'll see. Because as we know, this game has managed to push me over the edge a little bit. Tiny little braces meshed together. Oh yeah, Street Fighter, Killer Instinct, Mortal Kombat. Okay, there you go. I mean, if you think about it, technically, what is the brace made of? Actually, let me see, because it does have oh yeah, oh clay, right? Clay Fighter was for the SNES. Okay, let's see. Show me the materials of this thing. You don't have them? You don't have them? You don't say what you're made of? Oralman SLU. That's all that it says. Oh wait, I think that I can find a picture. I think that I can find a picture of what this what this brace looks like, and maybe it'll be less scary because yeah, like I called it a splint, mostly because of the pun. Does it have a metal piece? Yes, it does. Well, I don't know if this is. Oh wait, it is shiny. Yeah, it has a metal piece. A port of Street Fighter Alpha 2 for some reason, which the SNES could not handle. Those are fun times, huh? Those are fun times. Oh hey, let's put this crazy arcade game into this tiny little home console. Surely it will not backfire in any way. And then the home console started getting better, but then the arcades also started getting better. So it was like an endless race to see, like, okay, can we finally get like the perfect arcade port? No, we can't. No, we can't, because you keep making the arcades better. Stop. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, new around. Sorry. Again, I did it because of the pun, because of Splinter. I can't believe Atari is freaking dead. And all it took was Sonic Crossworlds. Sonic Crossworlds killed Atari. Yeah, I saw the title and I thought you lost your arm. Yeah, no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But yeah, no, that's, okay, while I look for a picture of what this is, so you can be assuaged that it's not, you know, that bad. Okay, so let's see, arm brace. I should also talk about, what's been happening in the home front, and by home front I mean the never-ending saga of me attempting to find a place to stay at the seaside, because of what happened with my last house. Yeah. Let's see. Okay, so Orlyman. Okay, that's what it calls. That's what its name is. Orlyman. Orlyman. Oh, okay. Yeah, here it is. Here it is! I found a picture of the exact thing that is on my arm right now. Right now. Okay. Oh no. Leonardo, what are you doing? I've created a monster. I've created a monster. Street Fighter Alpha 3 for SNES is like a dancing bear. He is not good at... Wait a second. He's not good at it, but the fact he does it at all catches your attention. Oh yeah. Hello, Mecha Paul. By the way, hello anyone who I saw the name of and didn't welcome. I'm sorry if I missed you. I know the film rot is here. Okay. I have found a picture of the arm brace that I'm wearing right now. Here it is. See, I'm wearing one of these. It's orange and gray and everything. It's the exact same model. This is not sponsored, by the way. I am not I am not sponsored by Orlyman or whatever they're called. So it looks painful for some reason. I mean, I think that it's comparable to wrist protection. You know the kind of wrist protection that you wear when you go skating or skateboarding? Yeah. Why is he hitting the morphing time pose? I don't know. Maybe the photographer was a fan of Power Rangers and wanted to do a little tribute. It's more like your arm is handcuffed to itself. Yeah, basically, basically what's going on is this is supposed to prevent Kiba from asking me to go to the balcony. Okay, you can go today. You know why? Because it's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. Go and enjoy the sunlight, Kiba. The only problem is it's already sunset. The sun is already setting. You're not gonna get a lot of sunlight. But go and be free, Kiba. Be free. That doesn't mean that you should like fall down the balcony, okay? Because like it's a first floor, but there's garages, so yeah. So yeah, meow. Yeah. He just had to show up. He just had to show up. So yeah, we're gonna see if I can play wearing this. If I really see that I just can't, that it's absolutely like impossible to play without the use of my wrist, then I'll take it off. Like it's no big deal. It's no big deal. Like I was advised to play wearing it, but if it's like impossible, like no, I'll just wear it. I'll just wear it regularly, like during the rest of the days, and just wait for the best. Yeah. Go and enjoy the sun, disappearing feline creature. Atari, when you said it's yoing time in Morbius 3, Morbin Verse of Madness, it brought a tear to my eye. Oh my god. Wait, Morbin Verse of Madness. Isn't that a Doctor Strange movie? Like the Multiverse of Madness? Like, I don't know much about like Marvel movies. Tendonitis sucks because it takes forever to heal. Yeah, if this is tendonitis, then yeah. The good news is it's not bad enough that I can't like draw, for example. Hello Luminosity. Welcome. Mighty Borby. Mighty Morphin Downer Rangers. Multiverse of Madness sucks. You know, I'm just gonna be honest about one thing. Okay, so you guys know that one of my favorite DC heroes is Dr. Fate. Like my two favorite DC characters are Dr. Fate and Saint Walker. But about Dr. Fate specifically, so he's kind of what Doctor Strange is in the Marvel universe. Like what Doctor Strange is, Dr. Fate also kind of is. And on one hand, I'm kind of sad that nobody has really done anything with Dr. Fate that was, like worth remembering. Like when your best bit of Dr. Fate content is select episodes in Superman the Animated Series and the Justice League Animated Series, There's a little bit of a there's a little bit of a problem there. I know that he's in Injustice 2, I think. Oh yeah. Dr. Fate is a base pick. Ah, thank you. Thank you. Dr. Fate is awesome. Yeah. Yeah. DC milking the same 6 heroes. Yeah, like they sure learned from Marvel, didn't they? It was fun to play in that game. I believe you. I believe you. But yeah, like as I was gonna say, on one hand, I'm kind of sad that there isn't, you know, like Dr. Fate media that people can latch onto. Also, Dr. Fate had a weird comic book run. I wouldn't recommend it. I wouldn't recommend most Dr. Fate comics. Unfortunately, I think that Dr. Fate really needs an image update, and not the image update that they did the last time that I checked, which is okay. Like, it was interesting that they decided to make the new Dr. Fate like an Egyptian boy who lives in the U.S. But the thing is, that's all it is. Like, it's an Egyptian boy. He lives in the U.S. He comes across the helmet of Nabu for some reason, but like, he doesn't even get an outfit. He just puts on the helmet, and it's just like he does all the things wearing like a hoodie and shorts, and it's like, oh wow, way to take away the mystique of the character, guys. Like, I don't even like when I learned that Dr. Fate was getting like a new version. I was like, oh, please let them get it right this time. And I actually saw what it was. I was like, no, man. Dr. Fate, look, guys, Dr. Fate, make Dr. Fate the magical girl. Or magical boy. Like, but go and watch magical girl shows. Go watch Pretty Cure. Go watch Madoka Magica. Go watch Sailor Moon. And then do that. Except with a superhero. It's not too fucking difficult. Dr. Fate getting treated like Silver the Hedgehog. In a way, yeah. In a way. Except that Dr. Fate's powers is that I understand Dr. Fate, a lot of people not knowing what to do with Dr. Fate, because the fact of the matter is he's broken. He's broken, which is why I say go the magical girl route. Like, learn from magical girl anime and manga and use that as a base, because it's perfect. It's perfect. You know, like an introduction to a magical world. You have Nabu, who's your kind of like fairy. He's like your Luna, your Cube kind of thing. And I'm talking I'm saying this, and I haven't even like watched Madoka Magica, but I know enough about it that I can, you know, like talk about it like superficially, like but yeah. So Shazam, yeah, pretty much. So I'm just imagining Doctor Strange mixed with Avdol from JoJo. Oh yeah, Luminosity. Yeah, no, you're right. As your magical girl, Dr. Fate. I want to see Shade the Changing Man again. His DC present short was peak. Oh yeah. Madoka became Magook. Yeah. No, Nabu with a U. Like, I'm gonna type it. Which I think that at the time it was just like a name that the creator of Dr. Fate, I don't remember his name right now, came up with. But yeah, like there's so much that you could do with Dr. Fate. So much fun that you could have with Dr. Fate. And, actually, that makes me think this is probably the perfect time for me to actually show one thing that it's kind of like a pet project of mine that I don't know if it's ever gonna go anywhere other than, you know, having fun with like drawings and stuff. But okay, I'm just gonna have to find it first. It's also DC. It's also DC related. Of course I didn't save a PNG of this. Blech! Okay. Of course I didn't save a PNG of this. Ha 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 ha. Okay. Okay. I think. Yeah, I can just make a print screen of this. Wait, what? No, I want. Give me a square. Okay, now save. No. Save. The brace is kind of interfering with my mouse. With my mouse skills. It appeared in chat before you said you were gonna type it. Oh, okay. Okay, Lumi, I read that as Millennium Pizza Power. Millennium Pizza Power! Make up! My powers come from that pizzeria down the street that's named Millennium Pizza. It was made around the time of Y2K. But they have really good pizza. Which is why they've managed to keep in business for 28 years. Another important aspect is that Dr. Fate is a devoted Christian, and yet he's also an Egyptian shadow wizard. This might be controversial, but I would erase that. I would erase that part of it. I think that it's best if you leave that out of the equation. If Dr. Fate was a magical boy, what would he say to transform? What would he use to transform? Oh, wow! We could we could be here thinking. We could be here thinking about that for a long time. It honestly depends on the severity. I had tendonitis on my shoulder. Oh yeah, I couldn't move my arm for 9 days. Fortunately, mine is not, that bad. Holy how, Atari, don't look behind you, the Knuckles plush just moved. Oh no, the Knuckles plush! Ah! The only comic book characters I know are Jewish, are Magneto and... Oh yeah, Millennium Pizza Power, yeah. It happens. Exodia! Calzone! Sarah is another Marvel character. She's basically Captain Ace. Oh my god. Not gonna touch that. Not gonna touch that. I don't know. I think it's great for drama. I mean, to each their own, I guess. To each their own. But yeah. Okay. So this has been a pet project of mine for how long by now? 23 years. No. 13 years. 13 years. 13 years. Okay. Cyclops is too busy babysitting Sonic. Okay. So. Speaking of superheroes and magical girls, in the yonder year of 2013, I was coming off of a big superhero kick that I had during that time, spurred in no small part by Green Lantern the Animated Series. And at the same time, my brother was just starting to get into Pretty Cure. So what happens if you have both on your brain at the same time? And you look at Green Lantern and the stuff that they were doing back then, because this was right off the heels of like Blackest Night being like the big event that had happened, which introduced all the different Lantern cores with all the different colors and like the emotional spectrum and whatnot. So yeah, I went like, what if you made, this was before like Uma Musume and stuff, like what if I made magical girls based on the characters that represent their light in the emotional spectrum? Yeah, I can see the comparison, Lumi. Yeah. So, yeah, no, like I think that that's a conversation for another time. That's a conversation for another time about the Powerpuff Girls, because yeah, no, that is where do I find this? I mean, I wish that you could find. Oh, fund this. Where do you fund this? I don't know. Like, if I actually decide to make something with it, but then I would incur the wrath of, DC. I don't know. So basically, okay. So going with the the magical girl thing. So these would be the magical lanterns. These would be the magical lanterns, and their names would be like, Green Lantern, Violet Lantern, or Star Sapphire, actually, or Blue Lantern, etc., etc. Insert Family Guy. Why are we not funding this? Meme. Yeah. So yeah, to tell you a little bit more about these, like, these are only the 3 that I drew, like, most recently, but I have versions of all the 7. I have versions of all the 7. Yes, I have a magical girl version of Sinestro. I have a magical girl version of Atrocitus, and I have a magical girl version of Larfleeze. I also have one of Indigo 1, but that one's not that weird because she's already a girl. So yeah. Just to introduce these girls. Okay, so Green Lantern, civilian name Haru Midorikawa. Haru, because it's literally what you get when you transpose Hal, as Hal Jordan, into Japanese. Haru is also means spring, which is a very green season, and Midorikawa, green river. Jordan is a river, so yeah, Haru Midorikawa. Is Mahou Shoujo Sinestro also bald? No. In fact, my original design for Mahou Shoujo Sinestro had her bangs in front of her right eye, because okay, I'm gonna go a little bit into that. Okay. Take all my money. Okay, so to the left of Haru Miraikawa, Green Lantern. You're way better at theming characters than I am. We have Aika. What was her? Aika Hoshino. Aika meaning Star Song. No, not Star Song. Love Song. Love Song. Why? Because carol Ferris. A carol is a type of song. Hence, love song. Aika. Hoshino, it's obvious. It's from the stars. Star Sapphire. There you go. And then, bro, this is honestly too good. Why can't it be real? I need to finish this. I need to finish this drawing. I need to add the other lanterns. I need to add the other lanterns and introduce them all. Like, and then to the right of Haru, we have Aruki Aomine. Aruki means walk. It's the verb to walk, like Saint Walker. Aomine means blue peak. Saint Walker became a blue lantern at the peak of a mountain in his home planet. So yeah, and the blue part is obvious. So yeah, here we have Haru, Aika, and Aruki. Hello, Marv. Then I don't have drawings of the others that I can show you. That I can show you, but I can tell you their names. So Yellow Lantern. So basically, your magical girl Sinestro would be Sayo. I think it was Kise? I don't remember what the se means, but ki is yellow, obviously. Or was it Kizawa? I don't remember. It's actually a brace. It's actually... Okay, just to assuage fears, it's one of these. Yeah, it's one of these. Don't worry too much. Don't worry too much about it. Yeah. Back to the magical girls. Okay, so, and Sayo... Sayo has in it the character for left. Why left? Because Sinestro's name is derived from sinister. Sinister is also an old word for left. Hence, Sayo. Hence her having a name meaning left. I need to think about her. Her surname a little bit better. Then you would have Atsui Sekijo, Red Lantern, based on Atrocitus. Atsui means hot. Sekijo means Red Castle. I mean, the Red Lanterns, like, they don't really live in a castle per se, but by Red Lantern standards, it does look very much like a castle. So, yeah. This would sell so many Bishoujo figures. Yeah, I like it. There's this magical girl manga called Magical Girl Dandelion. Oh, okay. Bad guy name. Yeah, like Dr. Doom. White Castle with spicy food. I mean, Red Castle with spicy food. Then you would have Mikan Toyama. Mikan meaning tangerine or clementine. It's the same name that Jasmine has in Japanese. You know, Jasmine from Pokemon. Well, tangerines are orange. There's the connection, right? And there's a connection right there. And Toyama means Orange Mountain. The mountain was, kind of coincidental. But I think that if you look at Larfleeze's lair, you can see mountains upon mountains of of stuff. The female version is Sinistra, though. Yeah. I just want magical girls to Destro. I am a basic young adult man. I'll draw her eventually. I'll draw her eventually. Don't worry about it. And then lastly, you have Indigo Lantern. Unfortunately, like again, she's one of the most boring kind of to figure out. But her name would be Ichiko. Ichiko. What was her last name? Was it Murasaki? Did I go that basic? I don't think I did. I think. Wait, no. It was I something. It was I something because I means indigo in Japanese. Like there's a way to write I that the character means indigo. And Ichiko like one. The ko that I chose, I think it's not the ko that you usually see, you know, the character for child. It's one that means like perfume or something. But yeah, she has Ichi in the name. So yeah. Because it's green, yeah. Oh yeah, the episode that was kind of a spoof of Pretty Cure. Yeah, no, I know about that one. I know about that one. I would vote for Dr. Doom. Well, you would get just what you voted for. So yeah. This is a little idea that I've been fumbling around in my head for a while. Of course, like their personalities would also be kind of based on the original characters. Sayo, Magical Girl Sinestro would be more based on Jeff Johns' version of Sinestro. I mean, obviously, you know, the kind of, you know, like the frenemy kind of thing, because the thing is like the three evil or antagonistic lanterns would start out in the bad guy side, then they would gradually join the good guys, and then Indigo Lantern would be a wild card. Like nobody really knows what her deal is. Oh, and by the way, of course they would have also like a magical little fairy mascot based on Ganthet, because you have to have a little magical fairy type thing, and Ganthet is right there. You're gonna base it on Ganthet. There you go. Ganthet is your magical girl fairy type thing. Hi, Film Rot. Yeah, Cyanic has summed it up pretty thoroughly. Yeah. Old-timey dress Alan Scott. Oh, yeah, like Alan Scott. Alan Scott could also be a character. It would be a little bit harder to fit in like the other Green Lanterns, because this would be like all about you know, the lantern spectrum, and there only being like one person per lantern. Hence why their magical girl names would be Green Lantern, Star Sapphire, Blue Lantern, you know? Like, do they transform with the mascots like in Doki Doki Pretty Cure? I didn't think about the transformations. I didn't. Or it could be a big magic fairy like Kope from Heartcatch. I mean, I don't know. Like, I think I like something more along the lines of what we had like with Sweet Pretty Cure, which is, you know, just one fairy, which is just, you know, one fairy. I mean, then you have, you know, the classical Pretty Cure stuff of then the other fairies or something, they turn into cures as well. Like, no, that won't happen here. That wouldn't happen here. Ganthet would not. Ganthet would not become like a Green Lantern or anything, because the Green Lantern in this particular thing would be Haru. Well, the other Green Lanterns could be like classmates. Could be like classmates of Haru's, for example. Even though I was thinking that like Aika would also be a classmate of Haru's. I'm not sure about Aruki. Maybe she would be like a year older, or just have her be, you know, in the same age range. I don't know. Like I hadn't thought that deeply about that. So yeah. What if there's a long line of magical girls like in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure? The Green Lantern should be a floating chibi character that floats around. Yeah. The Green Lantern. I mean, DC is no stranger to legacy heroes. I mean, yeah, no, the problem... Here's the problem that you would come across. Like, I'm not saying that other Green Lantern characters would not make the cut. They absolutely would. I mean, obviously, your big bad could be Black Hand. You know? To bring the whole Blackest Night thing to the forefront. But he could have minions, and those minions could be, you know, other Green Lantern villains. Like, one that I keep thinking of is the one that they horribly misused in the Green Lantern movie with Ryan Reynolds, which is, I think his name is Hector Hammond. Like, he could have like a whole bunch of minions. In fact, like the other magical girls, the other lanterns, Yellow Lantern, Red Lantern, and Orange Lantern, they would be on the bad guy side. They would be minions of they would be the Psycho Rangers, basically. They would be the Psycho Rangers. They would be working for Black Hand. So, yeah, like, I thought way too much and way too little about all of this. Honestly. You wouldn't even think Jonathan and Part 8 Josuke were even from the same series, if not for their names. Oh, yeah. Isn't the Green Lantern Oath their transformation phrase? Yes, it would be. It would be. It would be. Or if you needed like a shortened version of it, like that could also be. You know, it would definitely be lifted from the different Lantern Corps oaths, is what I'm saying. The movie did such a bad job of conveying what the universe is about. Yes. Oh, like, and because of the movie, we lost Green Lantern the Animated Series. Like, I'll never forgive the movie for that. Because the Green Lantern series at the time, they canceled it because it wasn't selling any toys. Toys that did not exist, by the way, because shops around the US, because everyone knows that the US is the one who dictates this kind of stuff, like shops around the US still had tons of leftover stock from the 2011 movie that didn't sell because the movie was bad and the figures were bad and it was badly designed and nobody liked what it looked like. So yeah, toy stores didn't want any more Green Lantern figures because they already had Green Lantern figures, quote unquote, lighting up the shelves 2 years after the fact. So yeah, no, the show is not selling toys because nobody is willing to stock them. And they had prototypes made. Man, I wanted a Saint Walker figure. One that actually looks nice. Like, there's Saint Walker figures, but they don't look that good. Same for Dr. Fate figures. Like, it's really sad when the best Dr. Fate figure that you can find is the one from the Justice League animated series, which was made, I think, during the time where action figures were starting to kind of lose quality and not really being made to last. You know, mid to late 90s, early 2000s, that time period. This rant stream is awesome. Yeah. Oh man. I didn't even talk about why we hadn't had a stream last week yet. Okay, Magical Lanterns, you're gonna go in the closet now. Not that they're lesbians, but that's a very common thing in Magical Girl series, or for whatever reason. I guess you put like a bunch of girls in the same room and everyone assumes that they're immediately lesbians, even if there's evidence to the contrary. Like, nothing against lesbians, it's just that, I don't know, the Magical Girl fandom tends to be really, really, really rabid about that. Okay. Atari often forgets the gaming part. Deadpool, please don't make my suit CG. If there's only girls, there's only one way to have romance. I mean, yeah, no, that's true. That's true. No, of course. No, of course. Like Neptune and Uranus are like the example of that. Maybe they're the reason why everyone in Pretty Cure fandom thinks that every Pretty Cure is a lesbian. Like, there's cases that can definitely be made for a lot of them, but for some others, like, for example, I am going to echo my brother's sentiments and say that, for example, Nagisa, Cure Black, from the original Pretty Cure series, if anything, she's bi. Because she has a crush on a guy. Like, we're not gonna say that she can't swing both ways, because, you know, like, yeah, she has chemistry with Honoka as well, but she legit has a crush on a guy. So Nagisa would not be lesbian. Nagisa would be bi. But there's so many people who ignore that part, you know, like, it's another example of bisexual erasure. Oh man, it's a shipper obsession. Oh man. There's a reason why I do not like shipping. Like, I just don't. I just don't like it. I mean, I guess it comes with the territory. Again, since we're talking about this, a little reminder that you're talking to an Arrow Ace. You're talking to an Arrow Ace VTuber. So, which means that automatically my interest in romance is going to be very, very low. The romance is going to have to be super well handled for me to think that it's a worthy part of a story. Because usually that's what happens with romance. It's just there to appeal to the lowest common denominator, and the lowest common denominator usually are heterosexual people, or even gay people, or people in the LGBTQ IA, etc., people who are amatonormative, which is a fancy way of saying we care about romance. We care about romance and intimate relationships. So yeah, romance is an easy way to draw people in because it has a lot of mass appeal. But the problem is, a lot of the time, it does not bring anything to the story, and sometimes it even hinders it. And that's not even getting into the whole thing of, trophy girlfriends or whatever, the guy gets the girl at the end, blah, 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 etc., etc. We're not gonna go into that. But yeah, for me to care about romance in general, it needs to be well thought out. It needs to make sense. There needs to be actual chemistry between the characters. And most shippers are not interested in that. Most shippers are interested in... I don't even know their kinks, I guess. Like, it's really the only way that I can, you know, that I can parse it. It's... Nui pulling out the internet erasure. Okay, let me check. Narrowsmith Vtuber. How did we get to DC? Because I started talking about Dr. Fate for whatever reason. Oh wait, it was someone who mentioned Morbius, the Morbiverse of Madness, and it all derailed from there. That's what happened. Oh man, I like to ship completely random things as a joke. Yeah, no, like I don't mind what they call crack ships. You know, ships that would never happen, and it's just, you know, people having a bit of fun. Like I'm okay with those. Don't like shipping? More of a rail and airmail kind of guy, eh? You darn tootin', airmail's the best. Oh man. As a shipper who's also not allo, I look for ships that don't feel tacked on, where the characters have a strong bond. Yeah, emails are mail too, except they're electronic. They're electronic mail. That's why they are emails. Ooh, amazing. You know, we came this close to having email being called D-mail, as in like digital mail. Sounds like something else. My webcomic is ending in the fall. Oh, wait, your webcomic that you made? Or, like Roy Mustang and Lisa Hawkeye from Fullmetal Alchemist. Oh yeah, yeah. No, that one totally works. By the way, one of my favorite couples, Zidane Tribal and Garnet, aka Dagger from Final Fantasy IX. And Zidane is one of my favorite characters, like, ever. Like, he's easily in my top 5, if I really have to, like, think about it. In fact, I've mentioned before, he's been a major inspiration for this that you see here. So yeah, it's not like I don't like relationships, you know, at all. It's more that I feel like most of the time they are woefully mishandled by everyone involved. Orihime and Tatsuki from Bleach, even though it's not canon. I mean, yeah, Orihime marries Ichigo. And cue the raging fans. Ichigo should have ended up with Rukia, blah, 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 blah. Well, to that I say, good that Ichigo didn't end with Rukia, because then my brother can be Rukia's husband, because he likes Rukia a lot. Oh wait, she married Renji, never mind. I remember the first ep of Psych had the MC making out with an unnamed blonde woman who never appeared again to assure he is cool and not gay. Now he can hang out with his male friend forever. Yeah, and then you have stuff like that, yeah. Why is it important to know? Okay, I don't know what we were talking about at this point. Sorry. Nice, thank you. Email feels kind of obsolete now. Yeah. Just like something else. Derailing. D-mail is what the characters used to send emails in the past and change the timeline. It stands for DeLorean mail. Oh, man. I just thought of another JP Legacy hero. Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Link. Zelda as well. Yeah, you have multiple iterations of them across different games because every new game usually is a new iteration. There's very few games there are direct sequels or prequels to others. Despite that, there is only one Ganon. Yeah, doesn't get confusing at all. does not get confusing at all. Love Back to the Future, especially the second one. Ah, man. Is it times like these that I really wish that my brother was a VTuber, because he loves Back to the Future as well, and he would be able to, like, my brother has a degree in cinema, okay? My brother has a degree in cinema, so he is, even though I also share a lot of his interests, he would be able to hold an audience while talking about movies so very well. Like at least now he's back to doing his abridging stuff, so he's not going completely like I don't know. They did Orihime wrong by changing her backstory in the anime, and she's hated for being annoying and getting in the way of Ichiruki. See, that's one of the reasons why shipping is annoying. You should get free movie screenings. I mean, yeah, he should, shouldn't he? Oh, there is one thing. There is one thing that he did. There is one thing that he did that he did get a free thing for it. He got to have a poster of a movie he translated. Like he went up to the counter, like at the movie place. And he went like, hey, I translated this movie and I really liked it. Do you have any spare posters that you could give me? Like, I can give you my ID to prove that I am indeed the person credited in the end credits. And they were super cool with it. Like, I was with him that entire time, and they took us to like the storage closet where they kept all the movie posters for the movies that were about to go out of theaters, and the ones that were like the ones that were going to be released in the future. Like it was pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah, you know, we should be going into TMNT. Okay. But first, okay, I'm gonna slam the brakes on this conversation, because I really want to talk to you about what has been happening these last 2 weeks, because I think that it's important. I think that it's important for the channel, and I think that you guys deserve to know, since you're the one supporting me. Oh. Yeah. As I have a Knuckles one. Game insert ASMR in a minute. Okay. So, to make a long story short, I can no longer stay in the place that I was during the last 2 months of 2025, because the landlady decided to change the way that she rents it. She's gonna start renting it to families instead of renting the rooms separately. Long story short, it had to do with my housemate because she was very annoying to everyone who tried living there. One of the things that made me, okay, yeah, I am going to the seaside town. I am going to work because I already have like a place to stay guaranteed. Yeah, that went away. That went completely away. So for these last 2 weeks, for the first week, I stayed at some family's vacation house, which doesn't have internet, because what they usually do is they have the portable internet thing. I don't remember what it's called like in English, but yeah, but it's like a portable internet thing, and whenever they go there, they use it. Yeah. So, which means that while I was there, I was entirely dependent on mobile data for my phone, and I just didn't have Wi-Fi. I didn't have like a connection to the internet during the time that I was there. Oh wait, I was there for 2 weeks actually. I was there. I was there for 2 weeks. Okay, so during those 2 weeks, I was also looking for another place to stay because that's their place. They need it in case they go a mobile hotspot. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's what it is. Oh no, Nemo's on top of the shelves. Please, Nemo. No, Nemo. What are you doing? What are you doing, Nemo, please? Is he gonna go to the other shelf? I think he's gonna go to the other shelf. He's gonna do a big old cat jump. And he's gonna go to the other shelf. Okay, moving on. Moving on. Okay, Nemo, you do whatever. Put Nemo back in the tank. He was never in the tank. He was confined to my mom's room for 6 months. Yeah, hotspots are unreliable for me at the best of times. Yeah, which is why it's a temporary fix. They use that because for the time that they spend at that house, they don't need anything else. They were like paying for for a permanent internet connection in that place would be a waste of money for them. This way, they just pay small subscription, and it's more than enough for when they go there. So yeah, I spent all that time without internet, like around 2 weeks. To begin with, while I was trying to look for another place to stay. And I did find one. It's a very old house. It was made, I think, in 1912. And it's currently in the process of being refurbished. He's already left. He's already left the shells. He's here now. Hi. We have 3 cats, by the way. We have 3 cats. It's Nemo, Luna, and Kiva. Nemo and Kiva are boys. Luna is a girl. She's also the only one with long hair, which kind of peeves me. I wish that Nemo or Kiva had long hair as well, because then it's like, oh, boys have short hair, girls have long hair, and just like And why are you applying human logic to cats? But yeah, so to continue the story, so yeah, it's a very old house. It's currently in the process of being refurbished, and at the time, like when I went to these, to visit these places, I actually visited 2, but one of them, by the time that I said, okay, so what do I need to do to secure my space? they were like, oh, sorry, it's already rented. And I'm like, okay, fine. But yeah, one thing that I always ask is, okay, I stream. I stream, like, it's just a hobby, but I do need a good internet connection, and I need access to the router to connect my computer directly to the internet, because of the amount of data that has to go through. Oh yeah. R.I.P. Yamcha fans. You have been mistreated for a long, long time. Okay. Hello, Nemo. Are you back again? He doesn't know where. Oh. Hello. Hello, and now it's Luna. We've had a visit from all three cats today. The assembly is complete. Game time in a second. I just wanna finish this. Okay, so I decided, okay, I don't really have any other options now. Every other option that I see around this area is either too expensive or too cumbersome. Like it's far away from the train station. It's far away from the sea. It's far away from my workplace, etc., etc. So I decided to stay there, and it took me a while. It took me a while to move. It took me a while to move because I was also not feeling all that well, mentally, because I was having a lot of doubts about going back, and about staying there. So yeah, like a whole mess. And then when I finally moved in, no internet. Like no internet at all. Like no internet at all. And this I already knew that I was gonna have to do. Like, there is no desk, there is no there is no shelving, there's no storage space to put like all of my stuff, books, DVDs, games, consoles, etc., etc. So, but I was like, oh, I can get that later. But on the day that I moved in, my car wouldn't start. And I had to take it to a repair shop, and it was the battery, and they had to replace the battery, and that was 141 euros that I will never see again. So yeah. Other issues that the room has, like the curtain keeps falling on top of me. The doors, like the window doors don't close all the way. So yeah, there's a whole bunch of issues. There's no AC. there is no AC. Atari had to eat without YouTube. I mean, I have mobile data on my phone. Like that's the only way that I could, I kept posting like a few things here and there, like on the twits. So yeah. Then he gave me a dresser, but the dresser smells like super musty, like inside the drawer. So I can't in good conscience put my clothes in there, because that's a curse that I was born with. I'm very sensitive to musty smells. I hate them. Like I cannot deal with them. Um. So. So yeah, that was so yeah, that was another issue. So yeah, right now, the house in which I am back at the seaside town doesn't have the it doesn't have the proper conditions for me to be able to do what I want to be able to do, which is streaming, which is like, again, I don't have a surface on which I can even put like a notebook or something to sketch. Like, there's nothing. And again, I thought that, oh, you know, I'll just get a desk. That was before I had to spend so much money on this on the stupid battery. So yeah, now if I want to stay there, I have to make a commitment. But with all of these issues, and that's one of the reasons why today's stream started a little late. Like, that I warned you that I was like, okay, I still have some things to get to take care of. I was talking to my landlord about these issues that I have. Like, today I can stream fine because I'm back home. Because I'm back home. I'm at the country. I'm at my mom's home. So yeah. So yeah, it's been a whole thing. Like, and he keeps saying like, oh no, the internet problem is that like it's like the entire area is without internet, and I'm like, that cannot be true, because I went to the official website of the internet service that you have, and it's not that. Oh, I didn't even say the best part. Like, I went there with the expectation that as soon as I got in, I would have internet access, so I could actually start building a few things. Even if I, like, for example, the Kana stream still doesn't have a thumbnail. Why? Because I haven't had access to the internet, so I couldn't get, pictures to make the darn thumbnail. But like, Kana is a game that I really don't want to leave without a thumbnail. So yeah. And and it's just been a whole thing. Like, and today I told my landlord, like, an ultimatum. I said, okay, I need these issues fixed as soon as possible. I need these issues fixed as soon as possible. Otherwise, I'm gonna go back to my family's vacation house, because they said that I can stay there as long as I like, while I don't find anything else, and I'm gonna start looking for another place. But what I got from the call is that he really does not want me to leave. He really does not want me to leave, because if I leave, he is not going to be able to rent the room to anyone else. He managed to get me because it was an old house, and I'm kind of a sucker for antiquities and old things and whatnot. And there are interesting things in the house itself. Like, there's a horse-drawn carriage in the hallway. Like, there's no horse, obviously, but there's a horse-drawn carriage in the hallway. It's stored there. So yeah, I was expecting that during this week I would have already had internet access, at least. By the way, turns out that the router was not even turned on, and then I tried turning it on, and it still didn't work. and it still didn't work. And I'm like, okay, I'm not sure. Like, he is trying really hard, because like I can't really say anything too bad about the guy, because he is nice. Like, when like the only reason why I had to go to a repair shop was because the battery in my car is positioned in a way that it's not clear where you have to put, the crocodile things to start it with the help of another car. Like, so he went like, okay, I don't know how to do this, and I don't want to break anything, so I'll just give you a recommendation for a repair shop, and you go there, and they'll take care of that. And in the meantime, we got my stuff that was, packed in my car, and we put it into his car, and he drove me to the new place. Like, he is doing a lot. He is doing a lot to try and make amends for everything. Like, also the kitchen is like super mess. Like, again, the house is in the middle of being refurbished. So, yeah. Peter, the horse is here. Wait, what? There's just a horse carriage there? Yes. There's a horse carriage, but no Wi-Fi. Yeah. So yeah, that has been my week. And I know that it's almost been an hour and a half. It's okay. I haven't streamed for 2 weeks. I think that it's not like bad. I don't think that it's that bad that I spent this time talking about it. What, the horse carriage? It's not from 1990. It's not from the okay. It could be from the 1890s. He told me that it was the same age as the house. So 1912 is my estimation. Hello, coffee. Yeah, sounds like it. Sounds like it. Like, just untouched by time. Yeah, no, like, if you oiled the the wheels and stuff, I bet that you could still use it, no problem. Like, it's just there. Yeah, I was backed up on your yapping. It's understandable. No, I mean the house, because the carriage and no internet. Not really. No. No, like, if it was like that, it would have its charm. But it's not. It's a weird mix of, okay, so this is a very old house, but it's in the middle of being refurbished, so it has, a few normal things. It has rooms that you can't go into. It has a living room that's all full to the brim with furniture, some older, some newer, but I wouldn't say that any of the furniture is newer than like 20 years, I think. So yeah, there's tons of like there's like cabinets that don't have anything in them, like those cabinets with the mirrors and stuff, and the glass doors, like cabinets like that with nothing in them. There's a picture of a horse in the staircase. I just remembered. Did you not collect enough stars to unlock the rooms yet? Oh. No. 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 Like, it is kind of like a mystery house, because there's a lot of rooms in that house that I'm not like, I don't think that I'm ever going to see. Like, even though I live there, like, I don't know. I just feel like I made a mistake. I just feel like I made a mistake, and now the man is trying so hard He's trying so hard to make sure that I don't get like uncomfortable enough to leave. But I gotta tell you, like, if by the end of this week this stuff is not fixed, then I'm gonna have to send another ultimatum and say, look, we tried. Your house does not fit my needs. So I think we better part ways. They missed the horse. What do you mean you can't go in the rooms? I can't go in the rooms because they're being refurbished or they're very old or something. Like there's a like a dining room or a ballroom, like right next to my room, that is just like gated off. It's just gated off with the curtain. Like there are several dead bodies in that locked room, I guarantee. Yeah. My stupid, I did not think the rooms were just locked. Haunted house. Actually my cousin who believes in that stuff a lot. Like, she looked at pictures of the house and said, "Oh my goodness, that's a haunted house. He has to leave. He has to leave like immediately and stuff." And I'm like, oh, and then she had some recommendations. Oh, put like a little bowl with salt on your bedside table and burn some white sage and stuff like that. And I'm like, okay, yeah, sure. Why does this house low-key sound like an old mansion? Because it is. It is an old mansion. It has 10 rooms. 10. And that's not counting the kitchen. I don't know if it I don't know if it's also counting what's it called? The living room. You know, the one that's all dusty and filled to the brim with stuff. And what I believe to be the dining room. The one that's locked off. Luigi's Mansion prequel lore. 10. Mine only has like 3. Most rooms have 3 or less. No, most houses have 3 or less rooms. Like, I think... Like, I don't know. I just feel bad. Because, like, on one hand... Like, oh, but one thing that I can not throw against the house is that it is impeccably located. Next to transportation, next to the sea, like all of that is perfect. All of that is perfect. The problem is the inside. And oh man. I feel like I was duped again. If I'm allowed, you know, to rant a little bit, like I feel like I was duped again into thinking that I had finally found a place where I could settle, and it's only giving me problems. Like the same thing happened in the other house. The same thing happened in the other house. Like I found a place to settle, and then it turns out that I couldn't even stream with the other girl there. So yeah. So in a way, I think that one of the reasons why this also weighs on my head is that I feel stupid. I feel like I was lied to, and that I didn't see through the lies in time to not be in the situation that I am right now. Like, and again, like, I don't want to assume bad faith on the part of the landlord because everything that I've seen about him, other than him not really knowing how the internet works, like he's trying his hardest, and I don't think that it's just out of monetary gain, because I do think that he did like my attitude. I think that he thought that I was gonna bring something positive to the house, but yeah, like turns out the house was actually owned by the horse, and the landlord was the designated groundskeeper once the horse passed away. In the words of Leon S. Kennedy, women. Sounds like a good stop on a shaman's journey. I mean, yeah, but like even the best shamans need like a place to settle down and know what to expect from, like, and I just haven't been able to get that ever since I accepted this job. He seems still chill, to be honest. Yeah, no, he is like, and when I was talking to him today, like I could sense, a little bit of desperation, again because I was suckered in because of the old house thing, and the prospect of seeing interesting things in the old house, like old radios and gramophones. We have old radios and gramophones, as well as the horse carriage in the hallway. And old clocks and the piano. There's a piano in the living room. There's a piano in the living room. It's full of dust, but like there's a piano. It's not a grand piano. It's one of those tall pianos, But yeah, so like I was suckered in because I'm that kind of person. I'm the kind of person who's interested in old junk, basically. And I think that it's going to be very difficult for him to find someone else who will be willing to put up with all the refurbishment work and all the other issues that I didn't know I was gonna have. So, yeah. I know Raid Shadow Legends is a meme, but if they wanted to sponsor me, sure, go right ahead. Metroidvania house. Yeah, kinda. Are you allowed to play that piano? I don't know how to play piano very well. Like, I know my notes. I know where the notes are on the piano. That's because I have an organ. That's because I have like a synth organ here at my mom's house that my dad gifted me when I was 12. So yeah, I learned a lot. I learned a lot from playing it. So yeah, I could, but I can't, use both hands, which is, the essential thing when you play piano. Also, the piano is probably way out of tune, and it costs a lot of money to tune it back up. Especially if it's in the same condition that our piano is, because like this type of old house is not at all unfamiliar to me because it reminds me a little bit of my grandparents' house on my dad's side, which we let become derelict, and it's still one of the things that pisses me off about this family, is that we allowed that to happen. Like, we allowed that to happen. We allowed that to happen because me and my brother were not old enough to take charge of anything, and by the time that we were old enough, we didn't know anything about taking charge, like, and it was too late, and it was too late. We ended up selling it. To the same family that owns this vacation house where I stayed at for 2 weeks. But it's still one of those things, like, man, are you sure the owner is even alive? I mean, he looks alive. He looks alive. Oh man, it might even need several tunings. Atari, knock on wood. Yeah, there you go. Would you play that Play Me Off Johnny song from Family Guy? I don't know what that song is. I'm sorry. Oh. Oh, okay, okay, Bingus McLoving Dingus, also known as Leonardo Idiocracy. That's cool. That's cool that you're keeping yourself, like, creative. You were just waiting for me to read the full name, weren't you? Well, there you go. You have it. By the way, Resident Evil Puzzle House. Yeah. Yeah, it is. Kind of. Yeah. So yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure where I stand. I'm not sure where I stand, because I feel like what would be in my best interest would be to leave and to go somewhere that is actually well equipped for what I want to do. On the other, I think that while I'm having trouble, the place does have potential. Also, I'm the only one living in the ground floor. Like, everyone else is on the upper floor. So in theory I could, do my streams in peace. Not interfere much with anyone else. I'm close to the living room, which means that I could connect an Ethernet cable there. But on the other hand, I can't ignore all of this. And I don't know. I'm gonna have to think about it. Talk to a few people. See what other people think. So yeah. Hey, Robert Leal, thank you. I do hope that the landlord does make an effort to get the stuff sorted out soon. The landlord for the first place I moved to after becoming an adult led me along for 6 months, and I had to move out when a robber tried to break in while I was at uni. The main door lock had been broken for a month, and the robber got in that way. Yeah, remember how I said that my room is on the ground floor? Yeah, one of the issues that I had, but that one's easily fixable, is that one of my windows has a crack in it. So someone threw a rock at it at some point. Yeah, I don't know. Kicking butts and eating pizza? Yes. Have you looked more into online work, voice acting commissions? I've already told the guys at DigiDestiny, for example, that I would not mind being a part of their projects. DigiDestiny specifically because I have, like, a way in through nepotism because my brother is with them. But I don't know, like, I I've auditioned for stuff like, for example, Sushi Ben. I didn't get any of the characters that I auditioned for, unfortunately. I think that like my voice acting in English still needs work. Like I am pretty proficient at voice acting in Portuguese. English, I still need some work. Also, I don't know. I just don't know what is out there. Like, what are people asking for voice actors for? I also feel like I have I have zero like clout. I hate that word. I hate that word, but it's true. I don't have enough clout for anyone to take me seriously. Like, oh, you did dubbing work in Portuguese dubs? Well, nobody here even knows what a Portuguese dub is. So, yeah, it's null and void. So yeah, like even in terms of like VTubing, yeah, I reached 1,000 subscribers, and the celebration is coming. I have decided what I'm gonna do. And unfortunately, I couldn't get permission. But if the person in question feels like I am wronging their work in any way, shape, or form, they are more than welcome to hit me up at my business email. And I'm gonna say this at the beginning of that stream as well, in the description and everywhere, so that it's loud and clear. That okay, if you feel like I'm doing a disservice to your work, then I'll take it down. Like it sucks. It's gonna suck if I have to take it down, but I will. Like no issues there. And I don't want to give too much away, but it's something that I've been putting off for a very long time, and that a lot of you are familiar with. Some of you have mentioned parts of it in my streams, and I was able to recognize them as quotes from that particular project. So, that's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say for now. In order to know when I am going to do that stream, I am going to have to know what can I count on in terms of like internet. Also because, unfortunately, due to rising gas prices, I'm not going to be able to come back home, to come back here every week as I was doing earlier, because gas, it costs a lot of money, and I'm not exactly made of money. So yeah, and I'm not gonna ask you guys to fund my trips. I don't think that would be correct of me. So yeah. So you're looking for a new place, yes? Yes and no. I have a visit scheduled for Tuesday, and I wanna gauge how the person who's going to guide me through the visit is, like, if they seem nice, if they don't seem like too authoritarian. Or like if I say, I stream, and sometimes I get loud because I laugh or get angry at the games. Like, is that a problem? Like, if they have no issue with that, etc., etc. So yeah, I think that it's also going to depend on how that visit goes, because that house, the house that I'm going to visit, is actually in the same town as the shop that I work at. Because right now I'm not staying at the same town, which is why I mentioned the seaside towns instead of the seaside town, because I'm working in one and living in another. They are connected They are intrinsically connected because urbanization, and they ended up merging into each other, but they're still their own thing. So it's like one or two towns over. It's one or two towns over, but the public transport is really good, so there's no issues with that. But yeah. Atari works. Yeah. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. It's not much, but it's what I'm able to get now. Okay, guys, at what? Okay, I don't know what you were talking about. I'm sorry, Robert. So practice for the show I'm part of is in full swing. Ooh, okay. What? Could you then also advocate for the Portuguese audience? Difficult. That would be difficult. The Portuguese audience is so fragmented, you have no idea. Like, I don't really want to talk too much about it right now, but the Portuguese audience is one. It's very small. It's very small compared to like an international audience. Second of all, it's super fragmented because you have people who care about dubs, people who don't care about dubs, people who hate dubs, people who are really, really into dubs, people who only watch dubs because they have kids, etc., etc., etc. So yeah, the Portuguese audience is kind of difficult to get a hold of. But yeah, thank God I have a skateboard. I want to learn how to ride a frickin' skateboard so I can cut the time it takes me to get to work. I don't care that I am not in the best shape anymore, but that's something that I've always wanted to do. I thought of doing that with rollerblades. I am used to using rollerblades, but the problem is that rollerblades require you to take them like on and off, and that's kind of annoying. I think that the skateboard is better for urban commuting. Can you bike? Barely. In my country, you got a huge wave of Arab telenovelas. Dubs can make magic happen. Wait, are they Arab telenovelas? Or are they Turkish telenovelas? Because one thing is telenovelas from all around the Arab world. Another is from the capital, one of the capitals of telenovelas, which is Turkey. It's not much, but if it all goes well after this rental kerfuffle, maybe you can buy a sandwich with it. Ah, thank you, Drill. Thank you so much. You gotta skate, do it for the 90s. Yeah, I know, skateboarding to me is still cool. Like, I said it, like, those things, like, not gonna lie, I know that I say, okay, I usually care about, like, cartoony games and stuff, but I really want to play Tony Hawk. I really want to play Tony Hawk for the PlayStation 2. No, for the PlayStation 1. I think there's also Tony Hawk games for the PlayStation 2, but I want the original, at least the original 2 for the PlayStation for the PlayStation 1. I think you know what board I got. No, I don't. I don't know anything about skateboards. I know maybe Turkish, but it wasn't from that region. Offer for the gods. Yes. Yes. Natauki Makapatu. Thanks you. I know I could trust you, Atari. I know you're not a rocket power hater. Listen, listen, listen. I do have something a little bit against rocket power, but it's not the overall premise. I do not like the drawing style, but that's because it's Klasky Chupo, and I never liked Klasky Chupo. Ever since I was little, every time that a Klasky Chupo show would come on, I was like, oh yeah, it's those guys that make the ugly cartoons. Like, I don't think that there's a single Klasky Chupo show that I like the look of. Like, the only Nickelodeon cartoons that managed to sell me on Nickelodeon as a whole were the ones that were not helmed by them, like Rocko's Modern Life or Angry Beavers. SpongeBob was already like, okay, it's a little bit weird that I mentioned Angry Beavers because I was into it like in 2004, 2005. SpongeBob was never like a big thing. Like it got here when I was already not in the age range. So yeah. No, like the print. I got a TMNT board. Ah, that! Yeah. Okay, yeah. No, like, the thing is, the kind of skates that I've been looking into mostly have been, like, cruiser skates, and those are not exactly very... They don't have a lot of variety in terms of, you know, like, the prints underneath. Like, I know that normal skateboards do, but everywhere that I look, it says, oh, if you just want to commute... then you're gonna want a cruiser instead of a normal skateboard. And I'm like, okay, that's a little bit dubious, but okay, I'll look into it. There's also surf skating, which I also think is really cool, but I think that I would need to get the basics of skating in general first before I went into that, because surf skating, as the name implies, is similar to surfing. So yeah, so it requires a little bit more balance, and yeah. Okay, bye, new around. Sorry you didn't get to see any gameplay. I'm starting to wonder if I should even do gameplay today. Like... loved Avatar and Danny Phantom. See, but that's already from after, when they were starting to experiment with, like, different creators and different styles. Like... yeah, Tulu mentioned Ren and Stimpy. Tulu mentioned Ren and Stimpy, but it had a very different vision. Like, a very different vision in terms of design, and, yeah. Okay, thank you. Thank you, new around. Really. Right, there was a game plan, yep. But yeah, like, I'm not talking about shows from the early to mid 2000s. I'm talking about most of their output from the 90s. I'm talking about Rugrats. I'm talking about the Wild Thornberries. I'm talking about Our Real Monsters. I'm talking about As Told by Ginger, which I think that a lot of people are like rediscovering, and apparently it was really well written, but I've always hated how it looked. There was also Hey Arnold, but I never vibed with it. I know that a lot of people love it. A lot of people love Hey Arnold, but I was never really much... It was never really much my thing. Like, even nowadays when I look back on, like, clips and stuff like that, I'm like, yeah, no, this is not for me. Rocko's Modern Life is a lot more my jam than Hey Arnold. So yeah. Are the mods gone? This kind of seems more important. Yeah. Yu-Gi-Oh! Was a Nickelodeon and blew my mind. What do you mean clowns do anime? Please do not mention names. Please do not mention names like that. Like, I don't. Yeah, no, as Cyanic says. Okay. Oh, I liked it. It wasn't afraid to get real. Yeah, but if you rollerblade, you can be like Shadow. I mean, true. I can be like Shadow, which is honestly, it's very tempting. I can be Shadow and Cardcaptor Sakura at the same time. The fusion that everyone wanted, but they did not know. Oh man. I guess I was too young to get Rocko's Modern Life at the time. Oh yeah, definitely. Like, when I say that I didn't mind Rocko's Modern Life, it was more like I tolerated it when it was on when I was a kid. Then later, in 2004, 2005, it aired on reruns on a dedicated Nickelodeon channel that we got in the meantime. And holy crap, that was great. Also, it was kind of weird because at the same time that Rocko's Modern Life was airing on that Nickelodeon channel, Camp Lazlo was also airing, and it was kind of fun. It was kind of Shadow the Hedgehog. Yes, indeed. Portuguese Nicktoons. No, it was just called Nickelodeon. It still is. It still is just called Nickelodeon. Like, if you're in Portugal and you're in a place that has cable, you can watch it. And you can hear my voice in Wild Pack. I'm not gonna tell you who I voiced though. There was one website that was listing off the characters and their voice actors, and they put one of my characters, the one that I actually won a casting for, they put it as being voiced by someone else, and I don't know if it's because my voice didn't make it to the air or because the people just didn't know. I don't know. Hello PPA, welcome. Good evening. Armin is splint. It's more like a brace. Okay, gonna pull it up again. It's one of these. It's this exact model. It's this exact model. I am pretty sure that Sonic Racing Crossworlds is to blame. Actually, because I streamed it, there is actual evidence of me starting to feel pain in my wrist. Oh well, there's not footage, but you can hear me. You can hear me start, going like gee. So yeah. Yeah, no. It's just probably like it's just probably like I did something with it that I shouldn't, and now I'm facing the consequences, basically. No, not carpal tunnel. Okay, who do you think I voice? Who do you think I voice? I'm not gonna tell you if it's true or not. Additional voices by, what are you hiding from me? I also missed talk about comics, magical girls, and Atari struggle securing a good place to live. Oh yeah. Atari is in pain, but not the usual kind of pain when he plays a game. No! A friend of mine voices Dot Bingus! Leo! Ha! Close, but no cigar. She actually does like that girl actually does like, you know, internet dubbing projects. It's all pro bono, unfortunately. She has done, for example, an unofficial dub of Has Been Hotel. She didn't ask me to be in it, but she asked my brother to be Alistair. And I heard him record for it, and he was awesome. Carl Sagan asked for a glove, worked with Mario Party. I mean, should I? Should I sue Sega? Your game made my wrist hurt! But yeah. No. Also, she was super lucky because she finished her voice acting course just as they were getting just as the studio was getting the stuff to start dubbing New Horizons, which meant that yeah, she was like in the front lines to get a character in the main cast. Like yeah, and she auditioned for it and she stayed. Alistair is the only Vivzy Pop character I like. That's a very good point, Cyanic. I forgot. Yes. Nintendo, your controller, your Joy-Con holder, hurt my wrist. And they would say, buy a Switch 2, it's more ergonomic. And I'm like, no. No, I'm only gonna buy one. I'm only gonna buy one when you release when you release Pokemon Winds and Waves. I made that promise and I'm sticking by it. He had it in a death grip, yeah. Yeah. And then there was also Sonic Riders, but like Sonic Riders I don't know. Unless it's because I'm older. And my wrist can't take the same amount of stress anymore. Oh no. Yes, I was using the Joy-Con holder. It's what I usually use. Because among other things, I don't know where my Joy-Con straps went. But yeah, no, Alistair looks really cool. Like, I've said it before, Vivzy Pop disappoints me. Vivzy Pop disappoints me so much because I want more cartoons that look like that. I want more cartoons that look like that. I want more cartoons that have edge and are well animated. But then they have to go and make them swear and talk about adult stuff and whatnot, and I'm like, I am not interested in that. Ugh. But then on the other hand, you have stuff like, for example, the classics, Family Guy, American Dad, etc., etc. I don't need to tell you that I don't like how those look. It's terrible for me to say this, but I also don't like how, for example, Smiling Friends looks. I just don't like it. It's a drawing style that I do not vibe with. It reminds me of Regular Show in the worst ways. And the only reason why I liked Regular Show, why I was okay with Regular Show looking the way that it did at the time was because it was because it was Regular Show. It was because it was Regular Show. And before I start ranting about the drawing style of Gravity Falls. Okay. Have you seen Detention Air? Some Canadian cartoons are good too, Yeah, I need to look more into Canadian cartoons. Yeah. Same Tulu, I don't remember the last time I took the Joy-Cons out of my console. I mean, I kind of have to when I'm streaming because I can't play directly, from the Switch. I have to have the Switch I have to have the Switch docked so that I can connect it to the TV. So yeah. All right, you're going too far. Look, I did not say that I did not like Smiling Friends. Distinction. I do not like how Smiling Friends looks. It's different from saying that I do not like Smiling Friends, period. I've watched the first season so far. Yeah, that is something that I did in the meantime. Before I went back to the seaside and to the seaside towns. And like, it's okay. I have nothing against it when it comes to, you know, the writing and the humor and the timing. I just don't like how it looks. But, you know, that's just it. Regular Show was like the spiritual successor to Aqua Teen Hunger Force. Yeah. I hasn't used the Joy-Cons in Super Mario Party. Yeah. I did. I don't like Smiling Friends. I mean, sure. I mean, sure, like, it's a very specific kind of, like, it's a very specific kind of vibe, you know? Like, yes, it became popular, but I'm also of the opinion that it's like, okay, yeah, this is not gonna have, like, you know, mass appeal. Like, not everyone is gonna like it. Then again, I also don't like One Piece and Ghibli, so I'm always on that boat. Okay. For One Piece, I can't really say much because I'm not too much into it. I know enough about One Piece, that I can, you know, talk about it. Kind of similar to Madoka Magica, actually. Except that Madoka Magica, like, the part that actually matters is only like 13 episodes long, and One Piece is, well, One Piece. For Studio Ghibli though, I have an interesting history with Studio Ghibli because the first movie from Studio Ghibli that I watched was Spirited Away. And at the time that I watched it, it was like during all the hype. Like, you know, all the hype. Oh my god, you have to watch Spirited Away. It's so amazing. It's awesome. Like, it's the best thing ever. It's a spiritual journey, etc., etc. And then I watched it, and I didn't get it. I did not understand why this particular movie resonated with so many people to the point that everyone is praising it to the ends of the earth. Nowadays, I have a newfound appreciation for Spirited Away. I can understand a little bit better, but I also understand that a lot of the praise that Spirited Away got was because most of the people who were praising it had never seen a Studio Ghibli movie before. Because you look at Spirited Away, and you look at most other Hayao Miyazaki Ghibli movies, and the vibe is similar. The vibe is similar. Like, you watch a Studio Ghibli movie, and depending on who the director is, you kind of know what to expect, especially if it's Miyazaki. My favorite Studio Ghibli movie is a Miyazaki film. It's Lapta Castle in the Sky. Which inspired Angel Island, and we're back to Knuckles. Okay, but let's let that go. let's let that go. It always goes back to Knuckles. It's amazing. But if I had watched Lapta Castle in the Sky before I watched Spirited Away, and I knew nothing of anime or how anime usually does things, I probably wouldn't have thought that Spirited Away was as revolutionary as people were painting it back in the day. Like, it is a good Studio Ghibli movie, but I think that it's overwhelming praise is a little too much. Like, for example, I'm just gonna say this. I don't like Chihiro's parents, and the fact that she's doing all of that to save them kind of puts a dent on the whole on the whole premise of the movie. Like, the spirit world is fine, then, you know, the lessons that Chihiro learns, and, you know, her growth as a person and whatnot. No, that's all fine. That's all fine and dandy. But from what we saw of her parents, like, she'd be better off in the spirit world, to be honest. like, she can take care of herself. She's successfully integrated herself into this society. And the only thing saying, "Oh no, you can't stay here," is the fact that she's a human. Which is something that Japanese fiction does a lot, that it's like, "Oh no, you are human, and yokai, your worlds should never mix," and stuff. Like, it's fucking fantasy. Come on, man. like, I don't know. Like, that is an opinion that I've always had. Of Spirited Away, and that did not change upon rewatching it. I did gain more appreciation for it. I do think that, like, it's a valid movie. It is a good movie. It's just that specific part of it is a little bit. But their parents are pigs, right? They'll be crispy bacon if she didn't save them. She could save them and still be, like, behind. Like, teach them to live in the spirit world. I don't know. Alt ending. Chihiro walks up to her pig parents and says, "Actually, fuck you guys." Yeah. Hi, Weeb. Spirited Away is honestly my least favorite Miyazaki film. I personally prefer Totoro when it comes to his lower energy films. Yeah, no, I like Totoro better too. List of Hayao Miyazaki movies that I like more than Spirited Away. My Neighbor Totoro, Lobster Castle in the Sky, which I've already mentioned, Kiki's Delivery Service, Ponyo. I also like Ponyo more. Like, again, oh, that reminds me. There was a time where I tried watching Howl's Moving Castle, and it just didn't, like, I wasn't able to finish it. I wasn't able to finish it. It was a little bit too, I don't know. If Spirited Away is vague, then Howl's Moving Castle is even worse. Yeah, I haven't watched Princess Mononoke yet. Like, there was a time where I was doing, like, a Studio Ghibli marathon. And I don't remember where did I stop. I think I stopped at My Neighbor Totoro, which I watched after Grave of the Fireflies, which is still a movie that I despise. Still a movie that I despise to this day. I've mentioned before why I hate that movie. But that's my issue with Isao Takahata in general. Like, he sets out to make a movie with a message that he wants to convey, and then that message does not come out at all. Like, and everyone thinks, "Oh my goodness, he's a genius! He made this movie, and it's a metaphor for blah blah blah." And then he comes out and says, "No, it's not. You watched the movie wrong." And that is so much what happened with Grave of the Fireflies. Like, I mean, credit where credit is due. I do like Princess Kaguya. I do like I do like that movie, even though it suffers from this from a bit of the same thing as Grave of the Fireflies, in which he had an idea and he tried to put that idea on the movie, and then people misread it, and then he had to come out and say, no, you're supposed to read it like this, and people are like, huh? Did you play Ni no Kuni 2? I haven't played any Ni no Kuni games. Actually, the closest thing that I've played to Ni no Kuni, you know, that kind of shares the same headspace in my brain, is Monster Hunter Stories for whatever reason. I don't know. Like, I look at a lot of Monster Hunter Stories and it feels a little bit Ghibli-esque, particularly the first game. Like, Studio Ghibli if it was shonen with monsters, like, but make Shonen Ghibli if it was shonen and make it a monster and make it a mon series, because why not? Hello Smoker, welcome. People gotta learn from David Lynch. Elaborate on that. No. Yeah, no, Isao Takahata would have definitely benefited from that. Because the only people... Because I'm gonna say this, and it's probably gonna be like a controversial take, but the only people who really like Grave of the Fireflies are the people who do not know its history, who do not know why it was made, and why it was made the way it was made. And there are also people who have no idea what Takahata thinks, or thought, because he's already dead, of their opinions on the movie. Because the best way that you can sell Grave of the Fireflies is as an anti-war film. And Isao Takahata, till the day he died, was adamant in telling people, no, it is not an anti-war film. It should never be watched or considered an anti-war film. Didn't stop anyone. Didn't stop anyone. And the film is still getting praises for being an anti-war film, which it patently was not designed to be. So the biggest piece of praise that you can give this piece of media is not even one that was intended by its creator. So say what you will about the movie. Say that it's well animated. Say that it's a good anti-war film. Say that it punches your gut and tugs at your heartstrings. Yes, it does all of that. But you can never say that it was well communicated. That is the one thing that it did not do. If you say that it's an anti-war film and that it's good because it's an anti-war film, you're completely ignoring the reason why it was made. You're completely ignoring the wishes of the wishes of the creator, and you're only proving that the creator was kind of bad at communicating. Exactly, mitochondrion. I wasn't going to go like into it, but yes. Yes, it was made to make young people feel bad about disobeying their parents. It was showing them, this is what your parents went through, show some respect. That was the message of the movie. That was the entire reason the movie was made. And I'm not even gonna get into the fact that he appropriated someone else's story, someone else's real story, real lived story, and made it to tell kids to shut the fuck up. And yes, I used a swear. Yeah. It's a pro-war film? No. Like, because it's an anti-war film, it does not matter. It's not... Just because it's not an anti-war film, it doesn't mean that it's a pro-war film. Holy crap. If anything, it's an anti-80s Japanese teenagers film. This is starting to make me feel bad. I always thought it was an anti-war film. Yeah, but it was never intended as such. And therein lies the tragedy of Grave of the Fireflies. More than the sister dying at the end of the movie. Spoilers, sorry. That, I believe, is the real tragedy of Grave of the Fireflies. Is that it's a movie that it's so well acclaimed, but for all the reasons that were not there. People only saw them there. It's a kind of pareidolia. Basically, if it looks like an anti-war film and quacks like an anti-war film, then it's either an anti-war film or a duck. But in this case, it was a duck. A very ugly duck. Not the ugly duckling. Not the ugly duckling. That one turns into a swan at the end. Like Seymour Skinner, yeah. Oh, good for you, Elmer. Or do we not talk about that episode? We do not talk about that episode. I think I know the episode you're talking about. RIP is swearing, getting video demonetized. Ah, don't worry, it's way past the first 10 seconds. I didn't know there was an inverse of the common guy makes an anti-war film, but people like it because the action is cool and the warriors are badass. Yeah. Yeah, no, but there is. Kind of reminds me of Roald Dahl. Children should shut up or die in cartoonish ways. Yeah. Oh, Isao Takahata was pretty much like that. Which makes me wonder, how in the blazes was he also the director of the Heidi anime? You know, the one from the 70s? Like, he directed that. That's about a kid who's a free spirit. And she doesn't care about what adults think. She's just unabashedly herself. What the heck is wrong with you, Takahata? You're dead and I don't understand you. I do not understand this man. I just don't. I saw Grave of the Fireflies as the story of a child trying to reclaim authority in hard and confusing times. Yeah, except that reading was also not what was intended. Again, the intended message of the movie was, this is what your parents went through. Respect them. Like, your parents had to suffer. Your parents had to suffer through this. So it's not even like a don't take them for granted. It's not even that. It's more of a shut up and sit down. Shut up and sit down and listen to them. You have no authority. Like, because, yeah, like, if the movie was about a kid trying to make his own authority in the face of adversity, yeah, that's a good story. That's a good story, and well, it doesn't really pan out in the end. Well, sucks, I guess. But yeah, but it would work. You know, with that framing, it would work. Problem is, that framing was accidental. Oh. I don't think that guy would like me, Elmer. And you know why. I'm not gonna talk about that. Not gonna talk about that, but I don't think that guy is ever going to. I don't think that guy is ever going to see me as worthy of being in a dubbing business. Just gonna say that. I hope that one day Atari starts off the stream by saying, "Why, yo, what's up, my motherfucker? Today we're playing Pokemon Go and we're watching the TMNT Christmas special." So sit, my kids, and enjoy. That's interesting, since the aunt is the least likable character of all time. Yeah, he really didn't think that through. Graffiti spraying, respect the rules on the wall. I love that. Do you have a favorite Ghibli film? Yes, Lapta Castle in the Sky. I mentioned that, Marv. Weren't you here? It wouldn't be in the first 10 seconds given the stream intro. Yeah, no, the music that I use for the stream intro is like 5 minutes. Close to it, I think. So, yeah. Be right back, making a film about espionage in WWR2 Switzerland about tragic romances, bitter betrayal, and cuts to epic battles and suffering on the various fronts of World War II. Then after the credits, it's revealed it's an ad for Swiss Bank. Castle in the Sky because it's Angel Island. Here is okay. I knew that Castle in the Sky was based off of the same framework, based on the same basic idea that floated around a couple of studios in Japan that started with Conan of the Future, and eventually branched off into Lapta Castle in the Sky and Nadia's Secret of the Blue Water. I knew the connection between those two movies. No, not those two movies. Oh my god, the Nadia's Secret of the Blue Water apparently is bad. No, but I knew the connection between that movie and that show. Now, what I did not know, and I only learned this during a visit to the Sonic to the Sonic Wiki Zone on stream, that Angel Island is in fact based on Lapta. Like, it is actually based on Lapta. But Lapta Castle in the Sky was already my favorite Ghibli movie before I learned that. So yeah, like, everything just goes back to the same roots. Hey, turns out Nadia and the Secret of Blue Water is tangentially connected to Knuckles. So yeah. Lapta, Nausicaa. I only watched Nausicaa once. But Spirited Away and Porco Rosso are also great. Yeah, no, like, I haven't seen Porco Rosso, and again, I've gained a new appreciation for Spirited Away. So yeah, like, I can see why people like it so much. So yeah. I concur. Angel Island may be based off the ridicule root framework. Yeah. Both Lapta Castle in the Sky and Angel Island from Sonic are based on that one flying island with ruins in it, currently drifting over the eastern Indian Ocean. Oh wait, really? Angel Island is in fact based. Hello Lumi again. Yeah, Pompoko. I think that Pompoko is probably one of his most straightforward movies. Like, from what I've seen, like, at least with that one, I think that it's pretty clear cut. There's not much room for, Castle in the Sky and Knuckles, so I guess you like floating islands. I like ancient civilizations with technology that has long since been dropped and is not understood. Like, I like ancient civilizations that were advanced, and then went away, but left, their descendants who still in one way or another hold on to the traditions and the culture, or at least go on a journey to regain that. And then it can turn out that the ancient civilization was either bad or good or neutral. Usually those ancient civilizations were like bad. They were bad news. Usually there's a reason why they disappeared, and usually that reason is hubris. So but the whole concept of that fascinates me. Otherwise, I wouldn't be an Atlantean shaman. Did you see that Sonic Movie 4 teaser? Yes, I did. And I reacted to it on Twitter with Rise of the TMNT gif. And the Brand New Day trailer. Wait, Brand New Day. Oh, that's Spider-Man. Bingus McLovin Dingus, or Leonardo Idiocracy. One thing that you should learn about me is that usually, if it does not have a big component of animation in it, or is not based on something that is inherently cartoony, then I'm not really going to be interested in it. And I need to be prodded into actually learning about it. Like, for example, again, like, I don't know, like, I know basics of the Marvel movies, but I haven't watched a lot of them. Like, a lot of movies that are like, oh man, you haven't seen this? Yeah, no, I haven't. I'm only interested in animated movies. Or movies that are based on properties that are, again, cartoony in nature, like the 1990 Ninja Turtles movie, or the Asterix movie. The first two. The others are not good. They're not good. But yeah, the Sonic movies, for example. That's the kind of thing that I'm interested in. If it doesn't fall into any of those categories, I need to be physically dragged somewhere to actually learn about them or watch them. So yeah. Concord stream when? Yeah, Nausicaa also has the Asian civilization vibe. Concord. Are we talking about the game that flopped really badly because the character designs were not very good? Among other things. But, those are the two big things about it that I know that everyone can kind of agree with. Like, it flopped. The character designs are not very interesting. That's that's the thing. Are we talking about that one, or are we talking about the supersonic jet that had like a big crash in, I think, 2000 or 2001, and was really and and was really expensive to fly in and made a lot of noise. I know more about the plane than I do about the game. Oh my god! I just noticed that. By the way, the Concorde crash, not its fault. There was a strip from a McDonnell Douglas on the taxiway, and that's what like because the wheels went above it. No, the wheels like kind of went above it, and it jumped. Like or was it? I don't know. I know that little strip of metal made, I think, the right engine catch fire, like explode. And then the plane was not, and then the plane just wasn't, controllable anymore, and then it crashed. And goodbye, Concorde. It was nice knowing you. And now all the Concordes that exist are museum exhibits, or or similar. So yeah. I know more about the plane than I do about the game. It's crazy to me that you haven't played or finished Breath of the Wild. I'm afraid of playing Breath of the Wild because it's the kind of game that you can easily get lost in. And I don't know if I want to risk it. I don't know if I want to risk it. It's MCU, so it's 99% animation. You know what I mean? Why don't we build a huge tower and reach God? I bet he would love it. Oh man. Yes, poke Atari until they cave and try said content. Atari says no games. When you're playing Concorde, Spider-Verse is top tier. I'm sorry, I'm just catching up. People are always surprised when I hate when I told them I hate the MCU. Like, bro, I can watch Power Rangers at home and it's way cheaper. Yeah, and I think that sometimes they have a lot more fun. A Sonic CD stream where Atari beats the game in a single session to celebrate Sonic 4. That's actually a good idea. That's actually a good idea. Play Sonic CD in the lead up to Sonic 4. Yeah, 100%. Know about the lost civilization that built mind-boggling. Oh frick! That built mind-boggling technology now lost. The Costa Concorde. Oh no! I was thinking of Concordia. Yeah. Marathon's art style is beautiful because they stole it. Oh no, I don't even know what Marathon is. Like when you say Marathon, I think of the company that made Totally Spies and Martin Mystery. I know the Concorde soared, but it was eventually put to rest because the route wasn't economical, while Concorde never took. I'm stealing that. I'm stealing that PPA. Oh my The devs were telling people not to review the game, not looking good. I mean, look, okay. I'm going to say this about Concorde. I didn't know that Concorde was a thing until it was out and until people were already dunking on it. But one thing that I can definitely understand about it, from the little that I've seen, is that it was trying to be kind of a mix of Overwatch with a whole bunch of Guardians of the Galaxy. Like, in fact, it was more Guardians of the Galaxy than Overwatch. Overwatch was there mostly because, you know, it's a game. Yeah, but I feel like it was mostly inspired by Guardians of the Galaxy. It was like someone said, okay, let's try to make Guardians of the Galaxy, but with kind of an Overwatch hero shooter kind of thing. But it ended up looking so much like Guardians of the Galaxy at home. And I don't like other than Rocket and Groot, I think that everyone in Guardians of the Galaxy looks boring. So if it's me telling you that Concord to me looks like Guardians of the Galaxy at home, you know it's bad. Like, I don't even know how it plays. Like, I never really had an interest in trying it. I had an interest in trying Anthem because of its spectacular flop as well. But Concord, no, because Concord was, you know, it mostly came out of nowhere as far as I'm concerned. And then all that I was hearing about it was that, oh, people are lambasting the game because the designs are too woke, and I'm like, no, that's not even the problem. The designs are just bad. The designs are just bad. This has nothing to do with woke or not, dudes. Like, no, the designs are really these designs are really bad. And then but then, you know, like, the devs kind of started acting up because they kind of, I think that because they kind of latched onto that, because they were like, oh, the gamers think that our game is too woke, but wake up, this is modern reality now, and we have to be diverse and blah blah blah. And then, like, dude, nobody's saying that you can't be diverse and have all sorts of different characters in your game, you know, of different races, ethnicities. It's like, it's based in space. You can have everything, really. The problem is it doesn't look good. It just doesn't look very good. I'm sorry. But yeah, no, like, the devs made the problem much worse than it could have been, because, you know, I think that it's become because someone high up told them that they were, you know, like, doing a very good job, and they never doubted it, and nobody stopped to actually, like, look at what they had in their hands. But that's the kind of tunnel vision that you usually get when you're working on a project and you're really invested in it. Sometimes you don't see the problems that it has until it's other people pointing at them and shoving them in your face. And it's normal to get defensive when that happens. It's normal to get defensive when that happens. Especially if, like Tulu says, you have narcissists on your team. because that's also a possibility that cannot be discounted. Is that you have narcissists on your team, and who are going to try to push for their vision above everyone else, and they're going to engulf everyone in this toxic positivity, like Tulu said, yeah. And by the time that you notice what you've actually done or what you actually put out, it's already too late. The concept art was more diverse and they vetoed it? You know what I want? I want an Inuit Santa. Because North Pole. I want either an Inuit or a Sami Santa. Inuit because North Pole, Sami because Lapland. because that's traditionally where Santa is from in I don't know if it's like most of Europe, but at least in Portugal, there's this thing that, oh yeah, no, Santa is from Lapland. Like, he's specifically from a place that exists in Finland, Norway. Wait, Sweden? Finland, Sweden? Norway? I forgot where Lapland is. Oh! I'm a failure. I'm a failure. I don't remember where Lapland is. Okay, let me see, because I think that there's been a lot of stuff that I missed. Okay, it's an extraction shooter. Looks bad, but it's also a sequel to the cerebral sci-fi epic scale first-person shooter Marathon, and that's depressing. Yeah, I have no idea how it even was the talk for a certain time. Oh yeah, they said it was based on 70s sci-fi. That's interesting. That's interesting. Okay, I can understand where they were going with the designs then, but even then, okay, like if you want to go 70s sci-fi, then I don't know, make it more disco. Make it more chrome disco. I don't know. I think that would be cool. Like, yeah, the space shooter actually based on, you know, the 70s. Like that could actually be interesting. Yeah, no, but the way that they went it, the way that they did it, like the clothes just looked like hand-me-downs. Like they looked like they barely fit the characters. Like, I don't know what's 70s sci-fi about that. Put everyone in bell bottoms. Yeah, I'm biased. I'm biased because I love bell bottoms. I love bell bottoms and bootcut jeans and cargo pants and wide leg pants. Like, I'm that kind of guy. Concept art looked way better. That's why they made it change it. Imagine if Marvel vs. Capcom's 3 watches was 50 Modocs and 50 Nemesis. Yup. But that's the thing. Anthem lasted. Yeah, at least it lasted. How many years? I think it was only shut down this year, right? Or was it still last year? Was it before January that Anthem was shut down? Because it was released, if I'm not wrong, in 2019. Good old Project Dylan. See, that's the reason why I wanted to play Anthem. The sheer hubris on display there. Like, I don't know. It's just one of those things that fascinates me. And it fascinates me in a way that Concord doesn't really. I don't know. I think it's because the devs never really came out as being like malicious or mean to people, or at least I've never heard of anyone who worked on Anthem, you know, like lambasting the gamers because they do not understand our vision, and you're just a racist bigot or whatever. Like, I think that Anthem had that going for it. Whereas Concord is a little bit more stained by that negativity. If it wasn't for that, I would probably think about giving it a try. You know, as soon as like it became known, like it had this crazy development story, and then it flopped, and blah blah blah. Like, if it had a story like that, I would give it a shot. But then you have, you know, the devs being just mean people, just being mean people online and stuff, and just being super entitled, and I don't like that. I don't want to engage with that. Okay. Clever quip, banter. Okay, I don't know. I hate the people who complain about things being woke. Ain't that a can of worms that we're not really gonna open? When will people learn? When will people learn that, you know, being accommodating to, you know, people different than yourself is, one, not that revolutionary, two, does not have to come with, like, boring stories, boring fiction, or boring designs. Because that's a lot of the problems with, you know, what the stuff that people label as woke. That's usually where the problems lie. That's usually where the problems lie. It's either like the story could be better, or the designs are kind of, you know, they're kind of meh. At least most of the time. Like, it's not all the time. It's just something that I see a lot. Like, I'm not gonna get too much in the weeds about it. But yeah, they always talk about it before release here and laughing, especially at the designs after. Yeah, you should look up Marathon. The art style they stole is great. That is such a weird sentence to read. You should look up Marathon. The art style they stole is great. They had to settle out of court with the artists, so at least they paid up. Okay. It's fine. I abandoned modern gaming. Oh, I abandoned modern gaming a long time ago, so they can release all the flop they want. I mean, you're currently watching a channel that plays mostly retro games, and one of the reasons why this channel plays mostly retro games is because most modern games are not cartoony. Most modern games look boring. Most modern games, I don't want to say it like this. I was about to say something really bad, which is patently not true. Okay, I'm going to say it, but with the knowledge that I know that it's wrong. Modern games don't have that same intrinsic value. And, like, again, this is not true for all of modern gaming. But it is for a lot of games that are, you know, regarded as, you know, oh, the one that everyone needs to play and stuff. And unfortunately, one of my favorite franchises, Final Fantasy, has fallen prey to it as well. Like, Final Fantasy 15 was already like a disaster, like major disaster. I know that there's people who like it, but you cannot deny the fact that it's kind of messy. And again, just giving my personal opinion here, I'm not saying that the game is bad. I'm saying that it does not feel like what I want from a Final Fantasy. Neither does Final Fantasy 16, because Final Fantasy 16 is Game of Thrones. And I really do not like the kind of fantasy that Game of Thrones is. The closest that I will tolerate, quote unquote, to that is something like Lord of the Rings, and even Lord of the Rings is kind of pushing it. Like, I'm not that interested in Lord of the Rings. But something like Game of Thrones, completely out. I am 100% not interested in that. So if you try to copy Game of Thrones in any way, shape, or form, yeah, no, that's a death sentence for my interest in your product. Which, ooh, oh no, this random VTuber who only has 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, they are not interested in our product. Whatever shall we do? Well, appeal to all the other people who don't have problems with what you're doing. Like, okay. Concept art was more diverse. Diverse how? This one guy made a bunch of videos of redesigning the characters. I want a plushy Sonic Santa skin or squad. Yeah. Norway and Finland. Oh yeah, Sweden too. It's the Windows 95 shooter, but the robotic designs look trashy. Okay. Cyberpunk 1977. Which we all know is the sequel to Fallout 2076. Okay, bye, Film Rod. Sorry I didn't see your message in time. Okay. I remember some big bulky marine suits and the poster girl with the funky glasses. Yeah, like early Star Wars, that could work. I need to take, pre-Star Wars. You can try Concord, because it's impossible to play nowadays. Yeah, I mean, these people aren't as tolerant as they claim to be. Sorry. Yeah, that's one thing. That's something that I've also noticed with a lot of so-called advocates and allies and stuff. It feels like they're more interested in the high that being on the right side of history gives them, rather than actually advocating for the people that they're supposed to be helping. Like, I don't know. Like, I see so many people raising up all sorts of stinks because that is racist, that is homophobic, that is transphobic, that is something, and it's like, I'm not going to deny that there is that some of that is true. Like, I'm not going to deny that. But what I will say is that there is a lot of times, and I mean a lot of times, where things are blown way out of proportion. Things are blown way out of proportion. People take sides way too easily. It's always dichotomies everywhere that you look. Like, it's just zeros and ones, and there's no in between. There's no room for actual discussion, because people assume bad faith from the beginning. And I'm talking about all sides of every discussion like this assumes bad faith from the other side immediately, which means that it is impossible to actually have a conversation. Because if you veer even a little bit from what they consider to be correct and moral and just, and I'm not even going to use ethical, because that's a word that I don't see anyone using. I see people using moral a lot. I don't see people using ethical, which is weird to me. Which is very strange to me, that people are more concerned about abstract conceptions of morality than they are about actual ethics. I don't know. It's just a fustercluck wherever you look with those things, which is why sometimes I try not to talk about them all that much. The bottom line for me is okay, if you're not bothering anyone, and you're not calling people monsters for not agreeing with you, then it's probably fine. I don't know, but there's this militant side to it, that it's no, I have to win this internet argument. I have to, but then also a lot of people Then also a lot of people say, "Oh, I'm not doing the work anymore. I am not going to correct or educate a person who clearly has not done their homework. So I'm just gonna sit here hating them while they hate me." I don't know, that seems a little bit counterproductive. Like, I don't know. That's a kind of discourse. That's a kind of discourse that I saw a lot back when I was on Instagram. And I honestly, like, I can understand it to some degree, but not entirely. I cannot understand not being able to put yourself in other people's shoes that badly. And I'm someone who I think has kind of low empathy. Like, I struggle a lot. I struggle a lot with putting myself in someone else's shoes in some stuff. I think it's because of my latent autism. I don't know. I'm not diagnosed. But yeah. But I just don't understand how can someone be like, oh, this person is mean and evil because they don't agree with me on this one thing. And one of the reasons why they don't agree with me on this one thing is because they just don't know. They were not taught anything different. Like, it has just never crossed their path. And again, this goes for both sides. This goes to every side, really. Like, how did I start talking about this? Okay, I'm just gonna read the rest. I'm just gonna read the rest of chat. This was all because of Tulu's comment, about these people aren't as tolerant as they claim to be. Yeah, no, because there are some people who are actually interested in fighting for a good cause, but there's also people who just want to make others suffer. And if that suffering is like canceling them online, then it's fair game. That's what happens when people get praised. They get a swollen head. Your actions have consequences. Audiences don't want to get lectured either. Yeah, no, that's also a big factor. Like, nobody wants to be treated like they're an idiot for having the lived experiences that they have. Like, just because something never crossed your path doesn't mean that you get to be called dumb or an idiot or part of the problem by any random activist on the internet. Like, it just doesn't happen. Like, not everyone is always online. Not everyone is always my landlord, for example. I'm just gonna give him as an example. Like, do you think that my landlord knows about the specifics of some of these topics? Of course he doesn't. They never crossed his path. He's never had to think about them. So, like, are you gonna say that my landlord is a bad person and evil and part of the problem just because he didn't come across some of these issues? Just because he lucked out in, like, quote unquote? It's just something that I don't understand. Okay. Or they take something that already exists and just make the redhead black. I hadn't read that one yet. But yeah, no, I'm still like, okay, I don't like that they remade The Little Mermaid, but in the very least, I'm glad that they made her hair kind of red. kind of orange. Like, I'm thankful for that. Because yeah, no, seriously, what is like what's happening? What's happening with all the red-haired characters, huh? Like, why is it that hair in my mouth? Why is it that all the red-haired characters get the "oh, you don't really matter" treatment? You don't really matter. You have red hair. You don't get characters. You don't get characters that look like you, or you did, but we're taking them away. We're taking them away instead of changing a character. That's like, okay, for example, imagine if there's like a lineup of 5 characters. Instead of taking a character who is already of like the same ethnicity as another character, instead of changing that one, we are going to change a redhead. Why? What do you have against redheads? If someone was handed the task of making a live action Persona 5 thing, would they switch Futaba? Would they make Futaba not Asian and not a redhead? Like, I'm pretty sure they would. Okay. Most modern games look like Marvel movies, too much Unreal Engine realism. Oh yeah. Yeah, no, and I'm with VPA. They kind of yeah, most of them suck. Are you going to try Mutant Ninjas today? I don't think so. It's already almost 9:30. We're gonna have to reschedule that for another time, and I'm gonna relabel this as a yapping stream. But like Neuron said, I had to get it. I had to get it out of my system. I didn't stream for 2 weeks, and it wasn't like, just 2 weeks in which nothing happened. So I do think that I needed this. Unfortunately, that does mean that we don't get TMNT today, but we will. So yeah, Square is like that these days. Yeah. How many games are like that now? Most of jeez. Okay, I missed... oh, wow, I missed so much stuff. Okay, how many games are like that? Most of the hits I see are smaller titles like Repo, or Nintendo, or Sonic. I don't know, Ghost of Yotei comes to mind. No Smoker, Final Fantasy 15 is about getting the K-pop crystal. Major props if you know that reference. High fantasy is the term. Yeah. GTA 9 will be out by the time R.R. Martin releases the next book. Very random, but I like to imagine Palpatine texting a picture to Luke with the caption, "I lived." Oh my god. Yeah. Yes, thank you. I hate self-proclaimed good people. Yeah, no, the people who go like, no, I'm one of the good guys. See, I do all the things that the good guys do. Look, I'm a good person. If you have to assure yourself that much that you're a good person, I'd recommend you take a good hard look at a mirror. Because usually if you're having doubts, if you have to reassure yourself, I don't know. And I'm not like, I'm not attempting to throw rocks at. I'm not attempting. Well, no, I am throwing rocks from a glass house. Like, I know that I have my flaws as well. A lot of people would probably not consider me like a good person. Like, I like to think that I'm trying my best, but I'm not trying to do anything just in order so that people see that I'm good or not. I mean, this whole conversation, like, this would have blacklisted me already from a lot of people. Just the fact that I'm not taking I'm not taking the good side would already be enough for them. With us or against us, yeah. That's why I'm bad to the bone. What annoys me the most is that is unique, cool stuff in Africa, but black representation always just defaults to putting an unpleasant African American woman somewhere. Like Hausa architecture or like the padded armor they used in pre-industrial times in that region. Yeah. Yeah, like... And that is something that if you bring up, okay, like, I'm not gonna talk about, like, the ugly black American woman, like, I'm not touching that. But, yeah, like, can you really say that we have representation if every representation is blank American? Like, we don't have African representation. We have African American representation. We have a whole country that makes that has one of the biggest animation industries in the world, and people still complain that there are not enough Japanese American characters in media. Like, have you seen the number of Japanese characters that there are in media? It's quite a bit. It's quite a bit. Like, similarly, like, we don't have enough Indians in media. We don't have enough Indians. I don't mean like Indians from India. We don't have enough Indian representation. No, you don't mean that. You mean you don't have enough Indian American representation in the media. Everything revolves around America with these things. They don't actually want representation for the people that actually have these cultures and were actually and have their own issues, have their own complicated histories. They don't want representation of that. They want representation of their own experiences in the United States of America. And that's one of the things that kind of bugs me when people talk about representation. Because, yes, you know a kind of character that I want more represented? Native Americans. Indians. I want more of them. I want more of them in media. Because they're actually from there. From the country that's making all that media. And I want more characters that are not, like, stereotypical. Like, a few stereotypical, like, elements here and there, like, because one of the reasons why I like Native American culture, at least, the vibe that general Native American culture gives off, is because of stereotypes. I'm not gonna lie. But I also want to know more about these people. I want to know more about their stories. I want to know more about their stories, their struggles, how they keep their traditions alive, how they survived unsurmountable odds. They are the real underdogs. The underdogs that American media often paints, random white middle class Americans to be. Native Americans are the real underdogs, and they're still here. And their stories don't get told. And sometimes when they get told, people are accused of cultural appropriation. Because it was not the right person doing the thing. What do we have left? I don't know. Just some food for thought. Or Madagascar, which is like a ready-made fantasy game setting. Oh yeah, no, like Madagascar is an amazing place. Instagram now is the Wild West. Like, there's not a single person left. Same. Oh my God, sorry about that. I didn't mean to start a whole kerfuffle. No, that's okay. That's okay. Sometimes these things need to be said. Many present their causes as better than they are deep down. TMNT though. Is it too late? Yes. I just wanted TMNT, man. I am so sorry. I am so sorry, guys. As messed up as it is, the answer is that they're a privileged minority. Well, they won't be a minority for long if we keep erasing them. Yeah. I don't know, but passing by one just makes you see red. Hopefully nobody else is just passing by one. What? The yapping stream? I'm sorry. Hoping nobody else is scared by the Splint title. I mean, I think that the people who could be scared are already scared. Glasshouse Zone gimmick is using the spin dash to launch rocks at walls. Those people aren't worth dealing with. You're dodging bullets, yeah. I don't think I'm a good person, but I'm fine living like that, yeah. You forgot South American, not just Mexican. Oh, yeah. Yeah, like where's the Peruvian representation? Oh, I know a game that did that. Overwatch did that, and then everyone went and just ignored it. No, Overwatch, that's not real representation. They don't have people from like around the globe. They don't have enough Americans. They don't have enough, they don't speak to my own experience. They're too ingrained in their own cultures and stuff to the point of being stereotypical. How about you shut up? Have you seen the movie Spies in Disguise? No, it's one of those movies that I wanted to have watched in theaters, but never got the chance. I want more original media, yeah. Okay, bye, Tulu! Funny how cultural appropriation as a concept can exist at all in the US, almost like it's not genuine. Yeah. Like, and I'm not saying, like, I don't want to go and make it seem like all of America is bad. Like, that is not what I'm saying. They have their own issues to deal with. They have their own issues to deal with, and there are many, many good American people. But this sense of entitlement, this sense of entitlement, that because you're a minority in America, I think that like you're not immune to the entitlement that is baked into American culture, I believe. Like, nobody is immune to it, and I think that that's what happens. I mean, that, and specifically for Black Americans, there's also the fact that a lot of them descended from slaves, which didn't even know where they were from, so they don't really have anything else to latch on to. Like, they don't see themselves in the cultures of African countries, so they try desperately to build something for themselves, which is understandable. But when you combine that with the fact that it's overtaking any sort of interest that there would be in actually exploring Africa, African countries, as like settings for things. Like, because when people think usually representation, they usually mean Black representation. And when they think Black representation, they mean the African American representation. Like, good on Team Fortress 2 for having a Black Scottish Cyclops. I'm just gonna say that. That is brilliant. That is brilliant. I love it. Yeah, this was a fine meal you cooked up, Atari. I'll be chewing on it for a while. Thanks. Thanks. I don't usually go into these topics because I'm a little bit afraid. Like, okay, I'm gonna be honest. I am, as many streamers probably are. Some probably don't care, but I am terrified I am terrified of one day sitting here and saying something that will make people just despise me all of a sudden. Like, because I said the wrong thing, because I supported the wrong person, because I said the right thing about the wrong guy, but at the wrong time. Like, I'm not gonna lie, that is a constant fear that I have, and it's a fear that I've had ever since I started streaming, because as this stream has blatantly showed, when it comes to some like serious topics or talking about like real life events, I'm very matter of fact about it. I keep thinking about how I wanted to play Cult of the Lamb, and I don't think I should play Cult of the Lamb because again, I've said this before and I'll say it again, it, like, I would not be able to talk about it without mentioning Jonestown, Heaven's Gate, the Solar Temple, what was that one with the mummy? Love has won. Waco, Ruby Ridge. Ruby Ridge was just a family, but it was the thing that then triggered Waco, and then Waco triggered the Oklahoma City bombing, and then the Oklahoma City bombing triggered Columbine, and then it's the mess that we have nowadays. But yeah, like and why? Because I like to talk about that kind of stuff. But I understand that it's not, like, appropriate for the kind of thing that you usually would, expect to stream. Like, I could put up a disclaimer, but I don't know, like, there's just this part of me like, dude, I want to talk about this. I want to make references to it because I think that it's funny, as long as they're not, jokes at the expense of the victims. I think that it's fine. But there's a lot of people who are still going to see it in bad taste. So I shy away from that. But yeah, gentlemen, this is a bucket. Dear God. But wait, there's more. No. Kind of mentality you're afraid of comes from people you don't want around. That's how I see it. Yeah. I think you're right. I think you're right, Laketh. As long as you don't say that you hate pizza, no one will hate you. I'm a Ninja Turtles fan. I could never hate pizza. Actually, I think I liked Ninja Turtles before I liked pizza. Because okay, silly story from my childhood to lighten up the mood. Let me just read the latest comments because they're probably about what I was just talking about. I always run a lot of mental filters in Vtuber chats for the same reason. Yeah. I would say to keep a way to settle controversial matters off stream, but that could encourage more stressful discourse in your life. I mean, see, here's the thing. I don't usually talk about this kind of stuff. It just so happened that today I was in a mood that said, screw it, we ball. Because you heard me say a lot of times, like, yeah, I don't want to get too much on the weeds on that. I don't want to get into that. Like, I am lucky I am lucky enough. I am lucky enough that like in real life I don't have to filter myself all that much. At least not at home. Of course, like when I'm at the shop, I have to put one hell of a filter. Like a lot bigger, and a lot more intricate than on stream. I disagree to a moderate extent on the remarks about America. Much of the modern pushes in the US include what people think is more faithful to African roots. Okay, that's a good thing. No, that's a good thing. And of course, like, I am not in America. I can't really say much. Like, I can only comment on what I can observe. But if you're telling me that that's something that's happening, then that's a good thing. I get it. I think there's a time and place for discussing certain topics, but I personally always give the benefit of the doubt, and as long as the topics are being approached kindly, I'm fine with it. That's what I try to do. And you guys will be the judges of whether I've succeeded or not. I try to be as level-headed as possible about these things, because I know that they're complicated topics, and they cannot be lightly approached. You have to walk on eggshells, as it were. And I'm completely aware of that. If anyone tells what happened in the stream, we just pretend that it was a very cool TMNT, no death gameplay. So what are you saying, that I shouldn't change it? That I should keep that I should keep the false advertising? Or maybe I could just, change it and say, viewer discretion is advised. I don't know. I think you're extremely considerate. Sometimes I'm not, and I'm sorry if that happened in your streams. I don't know. Like, if you were ever inconsiderate in one of my streams. Oh wait, no, we had some disagreements about how Ian Flynn writes Amy Rose, I think. But I think that's the extent of it. And if that's as far as it'll get, it's fine. But yeah, no, like if you feel that it has actually happened, then apologies accepted. No problem. A good approach is, the more controversial the joke, the funnier it must be to justify it. Yeah. You have to take refuge in audacity. Like... It took 84 years. Sounds about right, yeah. I think that's the only times that I remember you specifically being a little bit, worked up, because we kind of disagree on Ian Flynn's approach to Amy Rose. But like, that is, dude, like, yeah, we disagree on how a particular writer writes this particular fictional character who just happens to be a pink anthropomorphic hedgehog that carries a large hammer. Like, if all the troubles in the world were like that, what a world would that be? Oh man. Okay, guys, I think I'm gonna have to go. I'll see what I can do about the internet, whether I'm gonna have to like move out of the haunted house or not. Like, because I really wanted, like, even if it's just like, a just talking stream, just like this one, with my laptop mic, I wanted to keep to the at least one stream per week rule. Like, I don't want this whole thing of having to go like 2 weeks without streaming to become a thing. If it has to become a thing, then fine, but I do not want it. Classic Amy is better, fight me. Put him up! Put him up! Oh, man. Oh, and again, I am so sorry. I am so sorry. I really wanted to play TMNT, but I just can't measure time. I just can't measure time. Like, I was talking for what it felt like half an hour, and it had already been an hour and a half. Like, that's almost like half the length of what I want these streams to be. Like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. But yeah. At least I can leave you with the certainty that yes, we are going to have a 1K celebration stream, and I already know what it's gonna be. So yeah, and I don't know if I should send you guys to someone. Let me see who's online. Let me see who's online. Customization, redirect. Okay. 2 people from First Stage Production, but I've only subscribed to them like really recently. I don't know their vibe yet. You know what? Yeah, it doesn't matter. It'll be okay. It'll be okay. Okay. Bye, guys. Again, yeah, I second what PPA said. It was nice. It was nice catching up, and hope for better times ahead. At least more relaxed times ahead. Okay, whether you're watching this live or the VOD or are a lurker, know that your presence is always appreciated. And see you soon, or as they say in Atlantis, Ekabe, no problem, Laketh, and yeah, smoker, 100%. Ekabe, bye!